Hey, how you doing? Before I say anything, you can see that I'm sitting down and not standing up for this kind of video. Because of this. Also, there's Markiplier, so just gotta ignore that for a little bit. But, welcome to the finale and final update of my top 10 favorite LEGO minifigures. Now, this will barely have any edits, aka 0. But when I do this, like a cut like that, that is not an edit. It is just me stopping the recording or pausing it and then just playing it again. So yeah, anyways, let's get into it. Number 10 is Sandman. This monster, all sand looking Sandman. Reason why I love it so much is because after seeing No Way Home and getting used to him being like all sand was awesome. And then like actually getting this minifigure and holding it and having it to myself and being able to just appreciate how good this is, I fell in love with it even more, putting it into my top 10 favorite minifigures. When I originally thought it wasn't going to be top 10 favorite. Little did I know, it is. Number 9 is Peggy Carter from the What If Hydra Stomper set, not the CMF series. Now, do I like the CMF series one more? Yes, but am I happy to have this one? Very yes. And honestly, I love the design of this. I love the shield. I love the clothes. I love the back. I love everything about it. Again, it was the same as Sandman. I didn't really like the figure that much until I got my hands onto it, and now I realize how good of a figure it is, and I love it. There we go. I love it, and I just love it now. To make it on my top 9 favorite. Next is probably the most controversial because of how low it is. Probably expecting this to be higher, but I don't remember the name of it. But from the Spider-Man PS4 game, I think it's like Ultimate Suit or something like that. And yet, that is my 8th spot. This Spider-Man suit is my favorite Spider-Man suit I have, but it's definitely not better than the other minifigures that are on this list. Especially number 1. Now, what makes this figure so good is the design. And, like, this is one of the most unique Spider-Man we've ever got. Because it's literally just from the game. And that suit is amazing. Basically all I have to say. Next spot, 7th spot, is a double. I could not decide who I had to take off the list to make the top 10. So, because of that, I could not decide who to take off. Because I had 11 on there. I need 10. But I could not decide between these two. So, there's going to be 2 of them in this spot. Mysterio and Doctor Doom. Now, what makes these figures so good is that they are just one of the best Marvel villains, period. Doctor Doom and Mysterio both hold a special place in my heart when we're talking about Marvel villains. Mysterio is my favorite Marvel character, period, and Doctor Doom is probably my second favorite Marvel character. Now, having both of these in Lego form is just amazing. I love them both. And knowing that I have both of them, and finally having a classic Mysterio, which in my personal opinion is the best Mysterio, it's just amazing. And finally being able to say I have Doctor Doom. I've had this figure for like a year now. It still feels so good to say that I have Doctor Doom in my presence. I love both of these figures so much. I could put them higher, but they don't beat the other figures. But if these other figures I didn't have, both of them would be top 1. 6th place is an Eternal. That's all I'm going to say because I don't remember the name. But it's the Indian-like one. The Indian dude. This is my second favorite Eternal from the movie. My favorite one is... I don't remember the names. I'm sorry. They have such unique names. The only one I remember is Icarus. But my favorite one is the one like all techie, the black one. I'm not being racist. I'm just saying the color of their skin, please. I'm not racist. My best friend is black. But that's my favorite one. This is my second favorite. Also, I cleared my throat. Nice. You know the rules around here. But this is my second favorite one. I love him so much. He's one of the best characters in the movie, and I love the design of him. I love it so much. The designs of the other Eternals I have that came in the set are good, but he's probably like the least designed one. But knowing he's my second favorite Eternal, it makes him just extra cool points for me, and that's why he's at the 6th spot. And also, he came in one of the best sets I ever have. We're finally into the top 5. I'm sorry if this video has been seeming rushed. I'm not trying to be. Nice. It just... I mean, I do have tomorrow off, but school is close to starting, so I'm just trying to get ready for that. It just broke apart. So again, sorry if it's like rushed. I'm trying my best. But anyways, we're in the top 5. And starting it is one of my personal favorite DC villains. I'm so finally to have in Lego form. He was one of the best characters in Lego Batman 3. And ever since I played that game, I've always wanted a Lego form of him. And I finally did this Christmas. Firefly. I love Firefly so damn much. I don't know why. It's just he's so unique to me. And you might be going like, he's just a flying guy with fire. How is that unique? Good question. I really don't know. But ever since I fell in love with him, he's been so unique to me. And like, the only thing that stood out, like, was just pure uniqueness. I don't know why. And just finally having a Lego form of him after so many years makes me so happy. This is one of my favorite minifigures. He was actually number 1 for quite a while. But you will see who's been taking his spot and why he's been pushed back number 5. But Firefly is my 5th favorite minifigure. I love him so much. I'm so happy to have him. At number 4, it's from the newest, well, not newest, well, kind of. It's from the No Way Home set that had the golden black suit. If you know who else is in that set, you will know who is on here. Number 4 spot is Vulture. I love the design of this Vulture so much. I now have 3 different Vultures. Vulture over there. I'm not gonna move the camera. Unless I ruin the honorable mention, which you probably already know what it is if you're listening into the Eternal part. And I also have the first ever Vulture ever made, which was from the Homecoming. But this Vulture, he just stands out so much because, like, the new piece with this is a brand new piece. That's a new visor, I believe. Because I don't remember a Lego visor, like, denting in like that. I love the headpiece. And it really does match the movie Vulture. It really does match how he looks. Now, he doesn't have his wings because the back piece, the little clue back piece, my dumbass accidentally stepped on it without even knowing and bent it. And I don't have an extra one. And if I used one for Vulture, it would just mean he didn't have one, but then he would, but then it would just mean I don't have any extra piece. Well, I probably do, but I don't know where. But anyways, doesn't matter. The character matters. I love this Vulture so much. I love this minifigure so damn much. Him as well was my number 1 favorite minifigure until Firefly. For a little bit, Firefly was better than Vulture. Until not too long ago, when I looked at them again and realized that this vulture is much better than the firefly. And I'm so happy to have them. I'm so happy to have, I'm so happy, I have all these characters, these minifigures with me, but top 5, I am most happy about. And also Doctor Doom and Mysterio. Number 3 comes from the Marvel CMF series. I got 2 minifigures from it. Nice. One being the female Loki. I don't know her name. I haven't watched Loki. Please don't come after me. And the second one was the one I wanted the most from it. But I never got. But my friend got me it for Christmas. Without me even knowing. Come to school and he just gives me a mystery pack of it. And I open it up. And it's Scarlet Witch. The one I wanted the most. So I really gotta thank him for it. Which I already have. Don't worry. But focus. I love this minifigure so much. It's really like the classic Scarlet Witch. Like, you have the tiara right there, like the crown. You have the red like that, the black crystal. Is that a crystal? No, I don't know why I said crystal. Like the black little shirt under it, you can see. The panting and like the red stripes going down. I love this minifigure so much. Like this new hair as well. I checked if it was Hermione's hair, and it's not. Even though it really does look like it, it's not. And like, I really love this hair because it works mainly for Scarlet Witch. Or if you're doing like a custom Scarlet Witch, it only works for her because it has the crown. And I love that so much. And I'm so happy that LEGO actually made like a classic looking Scarlet Witch. I mean, it's really from a WandaVision, but LEGO has never done like this version of Scarlet Witch ever. And I'm so happy that they finally did. And I'm so happy to finally have my hands on one. It's amazing. Number 2 came with the Hydra Stomper set. No, it's not the Captain America guy, who's an absolute wimp. He's cool, but he's not on it. It's Red Skull. Now, the reason why I love this movie so much, why is my second favorite. I had Red Skull before, not this one, but the very first one that came out with the Hydra tank, or whatever it was. I had that set, and I was playing with my friends. I was like 10, maybe, when I got it. Playing outside, and I accidentally scraped him against the concrete, ruining his face. And his shirt, his printing. And at that point, like, you could keep him like that, but he was so bad scraped that he could not be considered Red Skull anymore. He was just some scraped little dude. He wasn't even anyone anymore. So I basically just lost my Red Skull. Years later, the best looking Red Skull minifigure comes out, which is this one. And I love this figure so much because it actually looks like the movie one, the first Avenger one. You have the coat, and then you also have on the legs the coat going down. And I love like when coats go down like that. I don't know why, but it's just, I love like long coats that go down to the knees or something like that. And having it on Red Skull makes him more like Red Skull, and I love it. This is my second favorite minifigure ever, and I love it so much. And I'll make sure I don't scrape this one, and if I do, I don't know what I would do. I tried to hit the pause button, but I missed, so this is just awkward. Anyways, honorable mention. Now, this is not a minifigure, but it is my favorite set, so I'm going to put it in here. You already know what it is if you listened in and said, and if you heard me say, I was talking, and you heard me say, blah, 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 and you heard me say during, what am I trying to say? And you heard me say it was about the Eternal set. There you go. You probably already know what it is. It's the Celestial. Ever since the set was announced, I wanted it. And then I saw Eternals and wanted more. Now, I love the Celestials. Nice. I've always loved Celestials. I don't know why. Just like giant robots in space always just fascinated me. I love Celestials so much. They're like one of my favorite Marvel characters. I love this is like my 100 times saying it. I love Celestials so much. And finally seeing it made into a Lego set, an official Lego set, was amazing. And with how cheap it was for its size, that's insane. This should probably be like a good $100. But I think it was like 47 or something. And that's just a complete steal. And also, first official Lego set to use a light. Just lagged it. First official Lego set to use a light. I'm pretty sure. Now that is just revolutionary. That's gonna make like so many more Lego sets so big and so good. And like just finally having this. And having this in my hand. Well, kind of in my hand. Having 8% of it in my hand is just amazing. And finally owning something. And finally owning something that is celestial and Lego is just amazing. Anyways, let's get into my top 1 favorite minifigure ever. And my number 1 favorite minifigure ever, and probably will be for a very long time, is Peter Parker's arch enemy. Not Spider-Man's. Now, I know what you might be saying. Aren't they the same people? Yes. But Stan Lee did say, officially, Spider-Man's archenemy is Doc Ock. Peter's is the Green Goblin. And yes, the Green Goblin from the Spider Layer set, come on, is my favorite minifigure. I love the design of it. I love the Goblin. It really looks like the one from No Way Home with like a torn, like the insane looking face, and like the metal on it, like the armored. I love this Goblin so much, and I love the fact that it even came with a satchel. Now, the glider, many people say it's like the worst glider Lego made. In my opinion, it's the best one. Now, the Daily Bugle one, it's good, but like all the other ones, they're good, but this one, in my opinion, is the best looking one. I love it so much. The only thing I am disappointed about with the set, not the figure, but the set, is it didn't come with any pumpkin bombs. So I had to make my own. And I am very happy on how it came out. It's just take a silver piece and take a flat little clear orange piece. But anyways, the figure. This is the best minifigure Lego has ever made. I don't care what you say. Well, I do care what you say because I respect opinions. But in my opinion, this is the best minifigure Lego has ever made. And I have so many Lego minifigures, but this is my favorite one. Nothing beats Goblin. I love Green Goblin so much. I have always loved Green Goblin. And I'm so happy to finally have a Goblin. And after seeing No Way Home, Goblin has officially become my second favorite supervillain of all time. Not number 1. No one beats Scarecrow, but my second favorite. And like the design of No Way Home Goblin is just so good, and this minifigure looks so much like it. Again, with the torn like armor, the insane look, the satchel. I love that they included the satchel. It's just so good. And I love how they even printed right on here, like the shoes going up like that. It's so good. This is the best minifigure ever. This is my number 1 favorite minifigure of all time.